Yeah, my name is Comrade DJ Anthony. I'm the State Council Secretary, NUATE Lagos State Council. Yeah, this whole thing started when the workers that you see seated here opted out of their former union, which is NUFSI. NUFSI is the National Union of Hotel and Personal Service Workers. The workers opted out because the reason for belonging to that union is not felt by the workers. So they opted to join NUATE, which they did. NUATE is National Union of Air Transport Employees, which is the Aviation Union. Then the next step the management took, the management, decided to go to court, stopping the workers from joining the union of their choice. We went to industrial court. We won them. They went for appeal. We won them. But because the management is an iron cast management, what they did, the in-house branch executive were sent out by the management of this company that you see. This is nearest ASA. They deal with in-flight catering. Let me break down in-flight catering for you. The food that the passengers eat in the aircraft, this is where they prepare them. So along the line, because of their dubious nature, they don't want the in-house union executive to represent the workers. All they did was to send them out while their salaries are going on. And when the salaries of workers is still going on, the management will still tell you they are part and parcel of the organization. But which we found out. If you look at that inscription, you can see the number of people that their appointment has been terminated unjustly. Aside from that, because we don't have representative in here, the workers are being victimized. If you see the terrible condition at which these workers work under this slave camp, you pity the workers. So many benefits have been denied the workers of. As we speak now, if any of these workers, you look at these elderly women seated down here, they work under a terrible condition here, under a cold condition that is even less than, 5 degrees centigrade. You know what it means? At the end of the day, when they are going home, they go home with nothing other than their 1 month in lieu, which we are frowning at. Because of the mandatory pension reform act of 2004, the pension is being deducted and remitted to their various pension administrators. So there is no way. Initially, when we made our findings, we discovered that they are not remitting. But when they now discovered that the in-house union are fighting seriously and our union are fighting seriously about that, now they are remitting. But as we stand now, one of the things that they are holding against their former union is that their former union single-handedly wrote off their gratuity. As we speak now, even if you work for 20 years or 10 years, when you are going home with nothing, which is an aberration. Yes. So that is what we are fighting for. So our prayers now is that, one, they should allow the workers to belong to the union of their choice. All our executives for the past 1 year that they have sent home, all in pretense that they are receiving their salaries, they are not happy because a conscious human being cannot just be sitting down at home at the end of the day getting free pay. We are not happy with that, and we want them to end all forms of slave camp going on here. And the people that we are just dismissed unjustly should be recalled and given fair hearing. A situation whereby if you go through their handbook, there are disciplinary procedures. But how can you just terminate one's appointment when you set up a kangaroo panel without the representatives of the union. There is no fair hearing any longer. So they should call back these people, revisit their case, and when you are revisiting their case, there must be members of the union in the panel to represent and protect their interests. So that is what we are asking for. So the issue of going out there to go and bring in policemen to harass us is uncalled for. The best bet is what? Yes, they came. But you know our usual characteristics, because we are a responsible union, we are able to deflate them and demobilize them. So that is just it. If you look behind you now, I would like you to take a proper coverage. You can see a Black Maria there, just parked there. Initially they brought it here because that was what they did last week in Caverton helicopters. At the dead of the night, they brought in the Black Maria in commando style to whisk our people away. So that is what they tried to do today, but we are conscious. We are able to stop them from doing that. Because if they don't have such plans, what is the purpose of bringing such Black Maria again? As union, we are free to protest and we are free to picket. So by the time you ask us that we should move our things away, allow the workers to go in, it's no longer picketing. So that is just it. That is what we are. That is our prayers.
My name is Chris Opara. I work with ASL until January 31st, when I was called and I was given a letter of termination of appointment, of which what led to it I cannot explain. But let me explain what happened. Last year, precisely September last year, October, my HOD, which is an Indian man, came to our department and he had a meeting with protocols and security people. And after the meeting, he had a photo shot, which is about 2,000 naira. He asked me to pay. I have the evidence. So I paid the money, 2,000 naira. And they have a car park, MM2, they use the car park, 400 naira per hour, which is 2,400 naira. So a few days later, the auditor came and found out that 2,400 is something from the float cash. I explained to them what happened. There's a record there, written his name. So they called him, he came and identified that he knows what happened. HOD, he came. The CEO called him that if he's aware of the 2,400 naira, he said yes, he's aware of it. And I left. So a few days later, about 2 weeks later, they gave me a query that I should explain of that money. And I explained to them with all joy. Then about 2 months later, they called me at the office and gave me a termination letter based on the same issue of 2,400 naira. For Christ's sake, what have I done wrong? I've served the company for 9 years and this is my reward. And on that letter of termination, what is there is just 100,000 naira of payoff for 9 good years. So,
no shaking. This time around, we are going to make the difference. Yes, yes. We will let them understand that we own this organization. The aviation industry belongs to us, belongs to the workers. We are not going to relent. Whatever it's going to take, we'll give it to them. Last time they brought in tax force. This time around, they have been using tax force. Tax force will tell them it is not their duty to be in the aviation industry. We have the Nigerian police headed by the Deputy Commissioner of Police here at the Bissam headquarters. The airport command is headed by a Commissioner of Police. So they have no right and no business in this industry. What we are saying is that we must get our rights, our dues. The Deputy Commissioner brought the tax force here. And we are going to prove to the Deputy Commissioner that this thing will not work. We are going to make a letter to the presidency. We are writing our petition very soon to the presidency. The Minister of Aviation will hear this, that we are not going to relent until we get our dues. Now, the last time we came into ASL, we had a court case and it was won. They don't want to adhere to the court case. All the dues, yes, even the judge even advised them to do the right thing. They refused. But we're going to make sure we get everything due to us. So, comrade, Isoleto, E-Africa, Aluta, Comrade Shola will address you.
Are we together?
Yes. My dear comrade, 100% loyal.
Comrades, there is one thing about erosion. When erosion wants to move, it chooses its geography through which it will go through. That is the route. We are in ASL today. Injury to one.
Injury to other.
Injury to one.
Injury to all.
Solidarity.
Forever.
Forward ever.
Backward ever.
Yes, they feel they are smart. This company do not pay tax to Lagos State government. This company is not paying tax to federal government. But this is a company that lives to intimidate by integrating its worker by promotion, but they want to do demotion. And our people will never go backward, and they will always go forward. They must continue to be staying in action. Their dues must be paid. Negotiation table, we reached a negotiation. They failed it, but we are never a failure. These people must go back and look at what they have promised and what they have signed. If they go to law court, already we have won them severally at law court. And this is another one we are winning. Concerning the men of police, their letter is ready because of brutality, inhumanity to human nature. Because of that common uniform, they went ahead and brutalized our people. But today, Presidency, Minister for Aviation, and Minister for Interior, they are all involved in this matter. As such, they are the one losing.
Yes?
Because our people's right is their right. Everybody here, they are not trans. They are not touts. They are not NUATE. They are responsible professionals. And this aviation industry, where people who has a technical brain are working. And as such, all those intimidations are gone.
What will be your actions if they don't yield to that?
There are 3 actions. This is just a picketing. As an aviator, we can down tool. But I know Presidency, including securities across the nation, will not allow us to down tool. Because as soon as down tool, nobody will come in, nobody is going out by air, unless you go by road. Yes. That is the reason why I use the word we are professionals. If they don't yield to such, the only thing is the third one. I don't want to mention it, but nobody can touch our people because the Aluta statement say, touch not my workers and do my workers no harm. In a nutshell, when we down tool, many people will be involved, but we are not going to that stage yet. Already they are pleading, they are begging. The only thing that can make us to listen to the pleas and the begging is for them to reinstate our workers, pay them their dues. All the redundancy they are talking about, these people are making money from us. Millions. And they are foreigners. We may be black in the skin, we are not black in the blood. We may be black in the skin, we are not black in the soul. We may be black in the skin, we are not black in the spirit. And as such, let the just cause take its role. I rest.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity.